Hi, this is Dana from Amoracast. Welcome. I'm here today to show you about the Eternity design frame that we've created. They are revolutionary. I'm very excited, and it's a great achievement because the possibilities are endless. So what it is, and it looks innocuous, very simple. However, they're really clever little things because there are 1 mm holes all the way around, and they are weight balanced. So in the corners, centered, and the trick is that there is channeling. I call it, the edges are fluted. Some call it channeling, and basically what it is there is sort of a curve to hold the beads together so they don't slip. For example, this, all it is a wire has been threaded with this, and it's just been tightened. Now, all of these designs I'm showing you right now have the respective videos that my colleagues have created to show you how in detail to do it. So this is not really attached, but it holds very well and does not slip out. And all it is that the wire has been tightened to create a channel all the way around this frame, and then they ended it off with a loop. And look how secure that is. And it looks like a professional jewelry designer's job, and it took less than maybe 2 minutes. So that is how creative it is. Now there are frames out there, but none with holes that allow you different possibilities, and none with a fluting, which is the key. So I'm very excited that we've created this. And this also, for example, all you need is 24 or 26 gauge wire. You can zigzag all the way around. As you go through, you add beads. And the thing is, what's great was one of the ladies had designed it to be like this, sitting. And then I twisted it, and look, it looks so much more interesting. So we used a head pin to create the bail, and so it hangs like this. Isn't that wonderful? And the great thing with the channeling is it hides all the flaws. This looks like it's been soldered. These pearls have been soldered onto the ring. However, they are not. It was just a simple head pin. A head pin, you put your pearl and you loop the wire, cut it shorter, and then just press. Presto, there you have it. So these are some of the things that you can easily create in less than a couple of minutes. You can also create someone had mentioned that this kind of looks like a landscape. You can certainly do that with especially the larger rings. You can have mountains, little sun, with Swarovski crystals or seed beads. It's wonderful. And all it is you're wiring back and forth. Because of the channeling, it hides the wires and any sort of flaws that you might have, and you can overlap. It's very, very forgiving. And here you can connect any rings, any position, for instance like this, and all they need to do is to be connected, and you can use a head pin to do that. So there's a lot of things that you can actually do with this. With regard to the little holes, if you wanted to use things like leather, in this case, this is Norwegian elk, all you need to do is use a pearl reamer to widen it a little bit. Let's see. And for example, here, this is one of my favorite shapes, Zen shape. You could use a head pin just on the side, and everything is weight balanced so that having a head pin in the middle, you can create your bail and it hangs nicely, very, very securely. The other thing that you could do, and with any of these shapes, is to cut multitude of little chains. Doesn't even matter what length. varying length, and then zigzag your wire. And in this case, I've built a lot more to have a thicker center. So I've zigzagged, how many? 5 lines of wire. And as I'm going through, I grab a bit of chain, and it's random. So you zigzag and finish it off on the edge. It's great. So it hangs really, really nicely. Similarly, we could do this, and all this is a piece of wire, as long as it is right and left balanced in the same, so you can count the number of holes. As long as it's level, you put the wire, and I've threaded some 4mm Swarovski beads and twisted the bottom, added my Swarovski pendant there, and it's all in one go. So I added a bit of chain to create interest. You can do with or without. So really interesting effects. The other thing is, the holes are big enough. Depending on the chain that you're going to use, could require a bit of reaming, but you have a bit of chain. I folded it backwards, put some beads in, and I use crimping beads. So the channeling hides a lot of the flaws, and looks great. It's very, very easy to do. The other thing with these is, because there are holes everywhere, you can zigzag, wind around, and you can create something very organic like this. And actually, it looks a lot more complex than it really is. As long as, however which way you want to secure it, you just zigzag back into the holes. You can build it. So the fact that it is channeled, it hides the flaws, and there are holes everywhere, so that if you want just one side, it's easy to do. And I've got some fun things here. So this is how clever it is. In the corners are holes, and they're exactly even. So in this case, I wire wrapped a lot of little beads, and you don't even need to wire wrap beads. You can have beads and just a chain going right through, thread it, end it there, and there you have a really nice necklace. I'd like to see it this way too. So yeah, and look at fox fur. You can do that. I just cut a little strip using an X-Acto knife, put wire, and then I I add a Swarovski in the middle. So it's very, very easy to do, but it's a wonderful effect. It's a lot of fun. You can go, there's a video for this, you can go all out, have it filled with Swarovski crystals, and just zigzag back and forth. And in the end, you tuck it in. Either you tuck it in this way or wire wrap, depending on how thick your wire is. And it's beautifully done. And again, it hides away any of the flaws. You don't see where it ends. And then, look at this. I took some ostrich feathers from my boa. You can do that from boas from 20 years ago. It can be very vintage. And all it is fit it through the hole, crimp bead. I like to use round little crimp beads. And there you have it. It's secure, it's tucked in, it's secure, and I just added some crystals on the side. The great thing about the beveling and the holes is you can suspend it using very thin wire, and you can barely see it, and it looks like it's suspended in air, which is really, really nice. So I'm super, super excited about the Eternity Design frames. They're very strong, and they're really, really versatile. So I hope you're going to have as much fun with these as I have. And they are available at retail stores, bead stores near you. And I hope you will have some time to visit our videos that we've created for each of these designs.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe to our channel because we've got more how-tos and design projects coming up.